Last night I was reading Rudy the story of Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Pot. You know what happened? Stuck his nose in the pot once too often, and he got stuck.
I'll go right.
So now going to the Houston Rockets, they're almost a younger brother version of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their guys are not as experienced, but they do have the same versatility with the size and speed and the defense. And in this matchup, they showed the same type of defensive tenacity as the Oklahoma City Thunder did. The only thing really that they're trying to gain is the experience of the Oklahoma City Thunder. And of course, that'll come with time and patience. Now, Houston, just like the Oklahoma City Thunder, they have great rotational defense. As right here, Jalen Williams is going to throw a ghost screen right here for SGA. He's going to roll right here. And now we're going to see Fred VanVleet, their weakest defender out of everybody, the smallest guy right here serving as the low man, put up a great contest on the rotation. Houston once again showing a great combination of size and speed. SGA with nowhere to go. Great closeout by Jalen Green. Great contest right here. And just they have nowhere to go. Shot clock violation. Tremendous defense by this young squad. Again, we're going to see some more of that rotational defense right here. SGA trying to get the switch one-on-one on Jalen Green. But Thompson, he blitzes right here. And now we're going to see the great combination of size and speed as guys going to make their recovery. And look at Jabari Smith Jr. right here on this closeout. Still gets up a great contest. Now, when you add some of the size coming off the bench into this unit with Amen, Tari Eason, when he comes off the bench, and even Steven Adams, you see when guys attack these closeouts, some of the issues that they have. You got Dylan Brooks right here in the lineup. It's just a lot of size on the court. SGA is going to travel right here as he tries to get this pass off, but he gets called for the travel. But there's a lot of scrappiness within this lineup, including guys coming off the bench. Again, right here, we see Jay Will attack this closeout, probably on the weakest defender on the court, which is Shepherd. Within his closeout, we have Şengün, who plays like a big. You got Amen right here. But look, he's going to try to make this pass to Lou Dort. But look, he has Tari Eason, who loves to get into the passing lanes. And same thing for Jabari Smith Jr., another 6'11" forward within this lineup. And look at the pass that Jay Will's forced to make right here. He completely overshoots it. But again, because look at the guys he has defending the wing right here. 6'11", and Tari Eason, oh, he can get the ball from anywhere. This guy's wingspan, the way he quickly closes out the passing lanes, it's been crazy this season. But again, look at the combination of guys who have nice length and size that are on the court right now. Here's some more action showing some of that Houston speed, as right here, Şengün hedges right on SGA. But check out the recovery as Eason right here, he's going to blitz. Just look at the recovery speed by Houston. Everyone's recovering. Eason right there, close out. And just another quick recovery on this closeout right here. But it's SGA, he can knock these down. But as you can see with Houston, they have a nice, great combination of size and speed. Again, looking at a different lineup with the Houston Rockets. This time we got the Terror Twins, Tari Eason and Amen Thompson within this lineup. This is almost a pointless pick and roll right here. And right here, look at Lou Dort on Amen. Amen forces them to toss the ball up as the shot clock is winding down to Isaiah Hartenstein. You know it's bad when you're just settling for that kind of shot from IH. And it's crazy to see how in the league, just a little bit of luck going your way. With Ime Udoka getting into a situation that he did in Boston, thus opening up the opportunity to be the coach of the Houston Rockets. And them just getting a couple of draft picks to go their way. Landing on guys like Eason, Amen Thompson, Şengün evolving to the player that he is. And guys like Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks falling into their laps. So the NBA is very interesting when it comes to the landscape, but for Houston, things are kind of catapulting them into a whole other stratosphere within this rebuild. They're jumping up that ladder real fast, and the only thing that they're missing now is perhaps another shooter and some experience. Now, off that Isaiah Hartenstein miss, look at the defense by the Rockets. They are not playing right here. And we're going to keep it on the same possession because the Houston Rockets are all over this Oklahoma City Thunder at this very moment. Now on the inbound right here, look at Jalen Williams and Eason fight for positioning. And I tell you what, off the last 3 attempts, the Houston Rockets is really making the Oklahoma City Thunder work for it. Now we see the Rockets implement one of their top weapons, Amen Thompson, on SGA. But look at Dylan Brooks. He's going to blitz right here and bother SGA. As we all know, he loves that pull-up. And this is the beautiful thing about the versatility on this Houston Rockets team. They could have easily had Tari Eason defend SGA as he's bringing the ball up and have Amen Thompson blitz just as they did with Dylan Brooks. Amen Thompson has a longer wingspan and he can get in the way of the passing lanes a lot better. And right here is a perfect example of Eason getting into the passing lanes. Look at Sengun. He hedges right here as Dylan Brooks tries to recover to SGA. But look at Eason right here. Pay attention to Eason. Gets right into the passing lane of Hartenstein as he rolls. Again, Houston has a lot of options that they can go with on the defensive end. So right here, we're going to see another problem that the Houston Rockets defense causes. And it's this exact scenario right here. I don't get tossing this pick and roll right here. There's no advantage. Right now, SGA is on Amen Thompson. And if he gets to switch, he's going to be right on Eason. Now, as we all know, SGA definitely does this thing. Perhaps could be MVP this season. But a better call would be Isaiah Joe to cancel this switch right here and call down Isaiah Joe on this switch so he can get Shepherd on him. But no real advantage right here. And he just settles for a long 3. Again, down there in H-Town, they don't call them the Terror Twins for nothing. Now, the Rockets defense this season has been so infectious that we're even going to see Jalen Green get on some of that action. As right here, he comes up with a huge block. And I'm happy for Jalen Green this season, kind of making a little comeback, showing that he could be a winning player, putting up numbers while the team is contributing on that W column. So now we're going to take a look at some of the Rockets' scrappiness. It's right here, Jay Will attacking the hoop. Sheesh. A lot of bodies are in there. Even Sengun got smacked up. Sheesh. Houston is really scrappy this season. Houston is trying to send that message. It ain't sweet in here so much that we're willing to hit our own guys. Houston's defense continues to stay scrappy. Jay Will coming off this pick and roll. Check out the help defense by Eason. Sheesh. Do it again. Just looking at the Rockets' scrappiness. Right here, Jay Will coming off this screen, going downhill. He's a big dude, but he's also going up against Sengun, who also plays a lot bigger than what his size really is. 2 guys right here battling. Ooh, great block. Great adjustment by Sengun. Again, Sengun and Jay Will play a lot bigger than what their size is. Jay Will has more like a Carmelo Anthony power game. And Sengun almost looks like the same size as a Sabonis, but he plays more in a way like Hartenstein. He has great base in his legs that allows him to get great positioning down low, almost playing very similar to Kevin Love in the paint, just grabbing boards and just hitting you off with various post-up moves. And throughout this whole segment, how can I talk about Houston Rockets basketball without talking about Dylan Brooks? Look how he prevents SGA from getting the ball, just making him work extra hard to get something off. Brooks, in a way, was one of the guys that came through Houston after leaving Memphis and began to set a standard of what the Rockets defense could look like. Now right here, very crucial possession heading down in the 4th, 1-point game. Look at Dylan Brooks. Rockets are down 1. He stops Jay Will, and look at his recovery to SGA. Doesn't really fall for SGA's dance moves. Keeps up with him, and Houston gets the ball back. That's great defense by Brooks. So now we're headed down the stretch. Dylan Brooks once again at the point of attack. SGA tries to make something happen. Great closeout by Jalen Green, and great contest right here by Sengun. And it forces OKC right there into a shot clock violation. So Houston gets an important stop with the game tied and about 2 minutes left in the game. And tie game with about a minute left. as Dylan Brooks and SGA kind of get into it. Things get a bit chippy. And yeah, look at both of them laughing. Yeah, you already know how it is. Let's get to it. Two teams at the top of the West battling it out. Gotta respect it. The Young Guns are coming up. So with the Rockets up 2, with about 30 seconds left, it's pointless to get a switch right here from Jay Will because you got the Terror Twins out, Amen Thompson and Tari Eason. And right here, SGA finds a way to get a drive, but check out the double clutch. Tari Eason forces him to put up, and man, just rims out. And Houston gets away with this one, but just their versatile options on defense really comes out at the end as the Terror Twins really come through and help Houston close this one out, alongside the old school vet Dylan Brooks defending the point of attack, going down the stretch. And both of these teams really battled it out. Much respect to them. The Young Guns of the NBA right here, putting the rest of the league on notice. And it's going to become very apparent for the rest of the season, especially if the Houston Rockets could remain in their top spot. OKC does have that expectation, but Houston, being a newcomer, could eventually make some noise out here in the West. But hey, both these teams show a new balance within the league. You see teams from the very top of the roster all the way to, I would say, the third guy coming off the bench being effective. These guys can not only defend multiple positions, but they could really have an effect on the game. And OKC Thunder and the Houston Rockets roster really reflect this. And it really reflects the expanding talent pool of the league coming in and teams being a lot deeper than they once was before. Adam Silver loves to call it the parity era. But it is what it is. It's great to see the Young Guns of the league shine. And until next time, you fellas stay safe. Peace.